What's up everyone? My name is Abby, I like to read, and I am so grateful. So I have reached 100 subscribers and I am so thankful for all of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support, for watching my videos and commenting and interacting with me. It's been so much fun. And so I wanted to give back, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and I have looked up a bunch of different giveaway videos in the booktube community, just trying to find the best way to go about this, especially right now with shipping is all weird, and I wanted to also do something international, but not have to pay like my whole life savings in shipping costs. So I think what I'm going to be doing is a Book Depository giveaway. So here is the info. So all you have to do is be subscribed and then comment your Instagram handle down below just so I can get into contact with you if you win. This is going to be international. You do have to be 18 years or older or have your parents or guardians' permission, just because with Book Depository I will have to give them your address. But I'm going to be doing a purchase off of the Book Depository up to $20. And so I will leave a link down below to their list of countries that they ship to. It might have changed because of COVID, but I will like put that list down below so you can see if the Book Depository ships to your country, because if they do, then you can enter this giveaway. I will leave this open for 2 weeks, and then at that time I'll put the date here because I don't know when I'll post this, but I'll put the date here of when I will choose the winner. I think that's all the information. If I forget anything, then I'll put it down below in the description, but I think, yeah, subscribe, comment down your Instagram handle so I can contact you, and live in a country where Book Depository ships to. And that's it. Once again, thank you so much for supporting me and subscribing and watching my videos, and yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so now on to my June wrap-up. It's a little late, we're like a little more than a fourth of the way through July, but never late than never.
Yes, I really just did say never late than never. That doesn't make any sense.
So in June, I read a total of 15 books. I didn't finish all of my TBR, but like, are we really surprised about that? I'm not. I did add some books that weren't originally on my TBR, so I guess I just did like a little switcheroo, because I don't know, I put some of those books down that I was supposed to read because life is too short to read a book that you're not feeling, you know? So I will start with the audiobooks that I read. I read Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and then I also read Rage and Ruin. Storm and Fury was a re-listen, and I listened to this again to prepare for Rage and Ruin, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Jennifer L. Armentrout just like hits the spot. Like she does it for me. I like it. And I gave this 8.5 out of 10 stars. Rage and Ruin also did not disappoint. I also gave this 8.5 out of 10 stars. Thought it was really good. I really want that third book. Oh my gosh. Talk about like cliffhanger. And then I also listened to Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. And this was for the Shelf Space Book Club of the month. And I didn't really enjoy this too much. I think that it was just a little bit too much out of my connectability. I don't know if that makes sense. But I can definitely see how it's a good book, but I just really couldn't find any way to relate to the characters. I didn't really feel anything towards them. The book was funny at times, I did enjoy that, but it just wasn't really my thing, and so I gave it 6 out of 10 stars. And then I also read some ebooks. The first one is The Shadow Wand by Laurie Forrest. I got this as an ARC off of NetGalley. When I got it, I didn't realize that it was a third book, so I had to read the first and second book. But I think I read those in May. But I finished this one in June, and yeah, it wasn't bad, but I think it was much longer than it needed to be. There was a lot of filler stuff. It just basically felt like a filler book. like nothing really happened, and it was just like setting you up for the next book. Like there was no big action scene. It was all just like more, and then like, oh, your action scene is going to be the next book. So it was kind of like a little tease, but it wasn't terrible. I liked it better than the first book in the series, The Black Witch, and I gave this book 7 out of 10 stars. I also participated in the Blackout Buddy Read, and so we read White Rage by Carol Anderson and White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo. These were very different books and like really eye-opening in their own way. White Rage is more of a historical background full of information, more information that you could ever consume in one sitting. So you'd have to like reread that book multiple times, like really grasp all the information there. But it was really interesting to see how much information that is not taught in school. So a lot of stuff I had never heard of before, and it was really eye-opening. And White Fragility is a book written by a white author, and it is geared towards a white audience. And yeah, I thought that this was also eye-opening. The two books are like eye-opening, but in like different ways. White Fragility really like makes you self-reflect, and it was just really interesting to kind of reflect on myself and just kind of be like, what are some things that I might be doing that aren't okay and like that I should change? And so I really did enjoy that. So I just thought that was also really eye-opening. And then on to the physical books. The first book I read was The Stand and the Steel by Ryan Van Lowe. This was an arc that I won off of Bookish First. It took me a while to get into this book. It is an adult fantasy, and I could tell right away that the language is different. There's a lot of description in this book, so it did take me a while to get used to. I semi-enjoyed it, I guess. I don't know if I'll go on with the next books in the series. When does this come out? This comes out sometime in July. I'm not exactly sure on the exact date though, but I enjoyed it, but it was just kind of meh for me. So I gave it 6 out of 10 stars. The next book I read was City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. This also felt kind of like a filler book. Lots of Simon in this book, which I guess I don't mind. He's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, it also didn't feel like a ton happened. I think it's the shortest in the series, but yeah, I feel like I just could have had more and had been more satisfied if there was more that happened in this book. And I gave this 7.5 out of 10 stars. The next book I read was The Young Elites by Marie Lu. This was a reread and I really enjoyed it. I love seeing conflict in characters, like internal conflict. I think that's so interesting to read about. And Adelina has so much internal conflict. Oh my gosh. And I love seeing her slowly get a little more power hungry and evil, not evil, but like a little bit darker, and I just really enjoyed watching that progress throughout the story. And I gave this 8 out of 10 stars. The next book I read was The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. I loved this. I gave this 8 out of 10 stars as well, and this is a dark vampire book, and once again there's that internal struggle. Allison becomes a vampire and is traveling with these people, and the whole time she is fighting her nature and her hunger. And yeah, it's just, I love this book, and I'm actually reading the next book in July, and so I'm super excited about that. So this wasn't originally on my TBR, but I felt like I just needed a light read, so I picked up Heartstopper Volume 1 by Alice Osman, and it was everything that I could have ever wanted. It was so cute. I have picked up volumes 2 and 3. I'm going to be reading those this month, and yeah, it's so good. 9 out of 10 stars, definitely. The next book I read was Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. This was another 9 out of 10 star read for me. I got so attached to these characters. I was so scared for them this whole book, and it was so emotional, and I love Spensa. I love her attitude. My favorite thing about her is the way that she says these things that are like really violent. She's like, I'm gonna kill your enemies, and like, she just, I can't even like replicate it, but she says these like crazy, weird, violent things that are just like really funny. And I recently started tabbing books, and I got the second book, Starsight, and I'm definitely gonna tab that book because I want to start tabbing books that I really enjoy. If I ever reread this, I'm definitely gonna go back and like tab all of the really funny, because there are so many little small parts of this book that just like had special meanings to me. Like either they're funny or like really powerful moments or sad moments. So this is definitely a book that I want to go back and tab. The next book I read was Dead of Winter by Chrisley Cole. This is the third book in the Arcana Chronicles, and this series is just so much fun. I'm not really liking the whole love triangle thing, how it's literally going to stay a love triangle the whole series until the last book, and I don't like that. I just wanted to choose someone so that I can either be happy or very angry by the decision, but I don't want to be stuck in limbo, and I feel so bad for these boys. But I gave this 8 out of 10. I thought it was really fun, and yeah, it's just a fun series to read. Another 9 out of 10 star book is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nan. This was another one that I really want to go back and tab because it once again was just so emotional. I loved the characters. Lei just grabbed my heart, and Rin too. Oh my gosh, I love the characters, and I'm so excited. I got the second book, Girls of Storm and Shadow, and I'm so excited to read that soon. So loved this. And the last book that I read, I forgot that I had another ebook, so this isn't a physical book, it's an ebook, but I had the Arc of Girl, Serpent, Thorn by Melissa Barchardost, and I didn't really like this book. I gave it 4 out of 10 stars. I thought it's a very short book, and I thought that in order to really enjoy the world and also have developed relationships, I think it needed to be a lot bigger, or maybe turn into a series. I think it's a standalone. On Goodreads it doesn't say that. Usually when it's a series it'll have the series name and like number 1, but this doesn't have that, so I think it's a standalone. But I just needed more. I think the relationships were rushed and forced. At the very beginning I was like, no, I do not like this. This is very creepy. And there was a really cool twist that I did not see coming that probably saved the book. Maybe not saved the book, I still gave it 4 out of 10 stars, but gave me the 4 stars, otherwise it would have been 0. But yeah, I just think it needed to be longer and have more explanation of the history and more development in the relationships, because I just wasn't feeling them. So those were all the books that I read in June. I'm very surprised that I got through 15 because I was like really stressing at the end. I think at the end I read like 3 books in 4 days. I was like stress reading, which isn't great. And I didn't learn from my mistakes because I think I have 15 more books in July's TBR. Oops. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing once again. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. If you were confused about the giveaway, I will leave all the details in the description. Subscribe if you want to see more. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Rage and Ruin. Oh gosh. I just found some hay in my hair. Barn girl problems.